Hello again, it's me Corbex. I'm going to try and talk to you today about our latest event from 2047Games. This is a event, what we're going to do sort of in partnership with our other group what we have, or is 24/7 servers, what provides game servers. They're the sort of group that I have set up that sort of provide as a host for all of our game servers that we provide. Say Left Dead, we provide, there's Team Fortress 2, there's Counter-Strike ones, Counter-Strike Source. We're going to sort of look around to provide all of the Valve games at least, and then we're going to look at going into other games as well, so we might move on to Battlefield and other games, sort of thing like that as well. The event is we're going to be giving out free game servers. Yes, that's right, free game servers is the end prize of, well, it's not really competition, but that's sort of the end goal of this event. So I'm going to explain the event in this video, so you're going to sort of understand it a bit more, rather than read a load of text, what I'm going to put in the video anyway. The sort of goal is we're going to be sponsoring other communities with servers. So just like this is Gun Game Turbo Deathmatch. This is Hell's Z. This is their sort of community, and I come and play on their server because it's a great sort of community-based server as well. So you'll see a lot of people on here will probably be from the community or something like that. So this is sort of one of their servers that they have, and they're running the mod of Gun Game 5. I don't know if many of you heard it, but the idea is obviously you just go around and you shoot and you level up, stuff like that. But the idea, we're going to be giving you a host, so you will have your own sort of base. You have to tell us what sort of game you want to install as a base. So say this is a good example I'm going to talk through. So this is like Counter-Strike Source. So we could install this for you. You can say you want a 32 slot or 24 slot or whatever slot you need, and it will work, and we would install it and set that up for you. We would then give you access. You will have FTP access, and then you will be able to go along and change all the config files, all the settings, logos, mods. You can install all of them like that. We have no limit on what you want to install. Once we give you the access, you can install all the mods you want. You can customize all the server you want. I'll tell you what limitations you will have at the end. And the idea is we're giving you a server that you can use with your community to big them up, big your community up, have a host so you can play clan wars or whatever you need to for. You might just want it as a server that you can build up your community as well. So the server you'll have will be hosted on our big super server, what's hosted in France. That is a key location, so it's mainly, this event is open to people in Europe, but if you want a server and you're all the way from the US, you can have it, but it's going to be hosted in France, this server. So with the access of the server, you will have FTP access, but as I said, you have to set up the in-game control panel. So you can install a control panel if you want. Obviously there's loads of control panels out there. It's personalised, your choice. Obviously different games will have different control panels, so you can do that. I'll show you the example, but when you're on a server you can set up, as you can see this is console, you can set up your own console, and then you can change map or anything like that, restart the server. So that's what we'll be wanting people to do, so then we don't have to sort of they don't have to keep pestering us to, can you please restart the server, or so, obviously like that. We try and let you do that yourself. So it's going to be self-managed by yourself. You'll have up to, we're going to try and go up to about 32 slot. I think that is the highest sort of you can mostly go, but there is some mods where they enables you to go more, but if you wanted to go more we can see about that. But the main sort of tops we're going to be looking at is 32 slot. If we can see that you need it, we'll try and push you on to say 1 or 2 servers, but we're going to start off with at least 1 server or so for each community so far. But obviously this will be turned down for, we have to choose who's going to deserve the server best. So we'll be looking for communities that have a few hundred players. It doesn't have to be a few hundred. Say it just has to have good numbers for the amount of server you want. Obviously we're not going to give a group of 4 friends a 32 slot server, because obviously we can't really see the need of why would they need that sort of size server. So if you're applying for a big server, you'll have to show and prove that you have a community that will want to be playing on this server. So you'll have to make sure that you can prove your group, so this will be included in the application form that we will put out. And you'll have to show that you have an active clan that plays the game off the server you want. So we can look on your Steam group record and see they have, e.g. 1,000 hours in Counter-Strike. Obviously between 100 members, that's quite a good amount. So we can obviously see there's an active player of Counter-Strike players. Just an example. The games you can use are any Valve games, so these ones will be, say, like you can have Team Fortress 2, Counter-Strike Source, Counter-Strike, Day of Defeat, I think even Kill and Floor we can offer as well, because that seems to be provided on the Valve base. So we can even probably provide Kill and Floor servers. We will have to look into that. That's just if you want that. But the main idea is going to be around Counter-Strike 1.6 servers. So I see that's the most popular and people have been asking that recently. So a bit more about the actual server you'll be hosted on. The server itself has 8 cores. It has 2 times a Intel i7-920 core processor at 2.66 GHz per core. Obviously that's times 8. It has 24 gig of DDR3 RAM, so it has plenty of space. The storage of it is 2 terabytes worth of SSDs. So obviously this will be, I think it's done in 120 gig SSDs, and that's split around the system to make up 2 terabytes, so it's pretty fast as well, so it should run the game very smooth. We'll give you FTP access, and we're going to be looking around about 10 gig or so per user, so obviously each community we're going to try and give around about 10 gig or so. We don't really want to give a community, it's not really a file sharing thing, so 10 gig should be enough for a game server. For the server itself, when you set it up, we allow you to customize all of the server, so you can put all your custom, like this one has its own maps, it has its own mod system, it has its own custom names. Obviously you can see they've named the server what they want, 24/7, gun game, deathmatch, and with everything in like that. We allow you to change that, but there is a few limitations that we will explain. We would like to, obviously we're going to be sponsoring the community, you actually have to show that. So in the actual server we would want this to be shown, so at the end of your name we would want it clearly to be shown that this server is sponsored by 2047Games or 24/7 servers. We will tell you what it is going to be at the end. So this will include, if you have a web page as well, we would like this to be on the web page. We'll just send you a logo file, and all it has to do is just be shown on the website. So we want it to be a good size. Obviously we're giving you a server at the end of the day, so we would want it to be shown, obviously, that sort of good. I will put an application form with details. It's not going to be anything difficult or so. What else have I got to say? I think that's about it. Install what you like. Sponsors, yep. Application form, yep. As I said, the clan needs to be a good size, and that's basically about it. If you want to know anything more, you can contact me. I'm always on Steam. A lot of people have been asking for servers, so this is probably why I've sort of chosen to have an event like this, because then it will get people back in a way. But the main idea is we want to provide servers from our group to sponsor other communities that have to go around buying servers from very overly priced providers, and I see it ourselves. That's why we provide our own, because it's so much cheaper. We can provide the same. We will sell servers in the end of the day, but not for the prices that other places sell them, because it's just crazy prices, and people think they're good. If you think 50 cents. I'm getting my words mixed up. It's probably because I'm from the UK. I don't usually use dollars. 50 cents per slot may sound a really good bargain, but I'm not going to tell you how cheap we get it, but we get it a lot cheaper than that, so probably that's why we have a few hundred servers. And obviously if that was $50 a slot, I think we would have to start up some sort of donations thing to cover the cost. Obviously we're doing it at the moment, so hopefully that's all covered it all. As I said, you can contact me on Steam. This video obviously will be on YouTube, so you can email me on YouTube or private message me. comment on this video, any sort of thing with information. Will need to put in the application form a contact method. I will be wanting one form of contact. I don't want 20 people managing your server, because obviously that's not going to work. So hopefully that explains it all. If not, I will try to explain it as best as I can in words on the actual video as well. And then obviously you can talk to me on Steam also if you want to know anything more. Okay? So hopefully that's sort of covered. Sorry for the low upload recently, especially on the other groups that we've managed. It's been very busy recently with everything setting up. We've set up another 3 servers recently, big servers, and been setting up this big one for the event as well. They'll be doing another video as well soon about, if you're in a Steam group you already know, it's going to be about Counter-Strike Global Offense, I think is the new game, and I'll be explaining that in another video. So, okay, and I shall see you again. Thanks again for subscribing. If you haven't, it's best worth doing it. Join our groups on Facebook, Twitter, or Steam as well, and hopefully that sort of covered it all, and I shall see you another time. Thanks again, and see you.